We are looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. But even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the Browns sideline, there's a look at their head coach, Todd Monken. These guys just about set to go in this one. On the opposite side, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Welcome in, everybody. Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward, and I know all of us are ready for this new season to begin. And we're off and running from Everbank. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And it's the six-year starter leading them out. Now in year 6, coming off a 5th place MVP finish, it's Trevor Lawrence.
I got a smile on my face. I know he has a smile on his face as he runs out with a new season ripe with every possibility. This is only the first scene of a 4.5-month movie where he could be playing the part of the league MVP, maybe leading a legit contender into the postseason. How he starts his campaign, though, how you start can have a massive impact on how things play out. You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
First carry now, this is Bashal Tootin. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Big Mason Graham engulfing that play. Well, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this. Quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. At the helm for him, 2nd year now out of the University of Colorado, Shedeur Sanders.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season. And you want to make the most of that chance.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Sanders back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete, 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Well, give him the first down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker, on the stop. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the give, here's Judkins. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorted right through the traffic to life.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for the Jacksonville offense. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. Lawrence throwing here. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Last catch actually lost 2, so now it's 3rd and 12 here. They motion the tight end over. Throw here, 3rd down. Got his man, Thomas has it. And give him the 1st down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Escapes a defender. He's got to gain a 6 there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
The tackle made at the 40
Coming off a 6-yard completion. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They go play action. Lawrence. And this throw is going to be incomplete. 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Completed left side to Thomas. And his spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And the early decision to go for it is rewarded. He's got him enough for the first. This drive is going to continue. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly. Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Browns 41.
On play action now, Lawrence. Man downfield, and Myers has it. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. And that's going to earn the Jags a new set of downs. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
From the gun, Tootin. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're set backwards on 1st down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of...
Football is out, and this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. Near disaster a moment ago, but this drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Here's Lawrence to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And a good tackle there. They gave up the catch, didn't let him challenge for the first after it, so it is fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keeping short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He stopped on the run back at the 27. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive starts with Judkins. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. He's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
It's Judkins on the counter. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Go left side and Tillman has it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
To throw now is Sanders. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Coverage by Jack Kaiser.
Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Breaks the tackle. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. And you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of. And stacking runs like that, sure.
And we'll have him 4 and the first down as he's brought to a stop.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to it. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hitting his throw is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Motioning the tight end now. Now it's Lawrence. It's a screen play for Allen. And he's going to lose at least a couple here, heading out of bounds before he's able to make anything on that play. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. Last catch went the wrong way. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Thomas on the slant. And he's going to be brought down before he can really do anything after that catch. They'll give him, it looks like, about 7. Browns are in the nickel for this 3rd down call.
3rd and 4.
Lawrence looking to throw. He's going to run for it. And Lawrence goes into a slide before that hit can arrive with enough for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Lawrence to throw it. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Jacksonville!
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Browns 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Wallace with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Sanders. Big strike downfield to Judy. He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Cleveland.
19 yards. 1st down Cleveland.
Judkins up the middle. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the 1st. Just some great blocking on that play, Brock. Those extra bodies near the line sure helped him get the space that he needed to get that chunky yards.
We hear it almost each and every week from offenses that really love their 12 personnel. Defenses trying to stop it, know how difficult it can be. Job well done by everybody there.
Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Sanders throwing on 2nd. Defender meeting him at the catch point and breaking up that catch. Incomplete, so brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 15.
Sanders going to look to throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. They'll punch another one away. Coy Bajorquez returning to the field. Now this is out of bounds, and what a beauty. He coffin cornered it well. They're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. The Jaguars send Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And they'll have to go just about every bit of 100 yards to reach the end zone. That punt sets them up at their own 2. Dive play straight ahead. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Lawrence. He's making a bid for it. He stops here, gain of about 7. And it's going to be first down Jaguars.
A 7-yard gain. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They're not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. It's the Jags in front here at Everbank. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. Second time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing from the gun here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Man in motion here. It's Allen on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped well short of that first down marker, so the Jags forced to punt this away. There'll be 3 total on the play. 4th and 7 now. They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Throw left side, finds Fannin. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately. Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. That's caught. Here's Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
That one's caught. Judy has it. So they stop him after about a 5-yard gain. That is good enough for a fresh set of downs. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Sanders fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Dumping this one off to Judkins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
To the air, Sanders. Over the middle, he's got Fannin. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So it's going to be about a 6-yard pickup. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Washington now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. The final throw before the break. And they're not going to get anything done as he's brought to the ground for a sack. So that is how our first half will end. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Our look around the NFL starts now. In the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks at home to take on the AFC champs, the New England Patriots. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Pats begin their AFC title defense and spoil the Seahawks Super Bowl party as they come away with the road win. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the New York Jets. And this is Garrett Wilson. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. A 43-yard touchdown. Lastly, let's check out the impact player from this opening slate of games of 2026, and it's this man. And this is the reigning league MVP, Matthew Stafford. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Rams had to travel a long way to get there, but they get the Week 1 victory over their NFC West rival. And as night falls on a fantastic first Sunday of football, a look here at the rest of the action on a hectic first day of the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. Return starts at the 3. Showing a little burst so far. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Judkins opening the drive. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And he gives the Browns a first down. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Now, he has taken this entire drive himself so far, Brock. Some assists, of course, from the guys up in front of him.
He'd be the first to give him credit, but he also knows when you get this going on the ground, it just sets the table for everything else.
Another run for Judkins on second down. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down.
Yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Sanders now. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Making the stop that time. That was Jerry and Jones. Second down now. They need 7.
at the 31-yard line.
Sanders setting the pass. And that one's going to be incomplete. Third down coming up.
Intended for
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
third down and 7 yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Good work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. readying for another drive on offense. And through 2 quarters, Brock, it has been the defenses directing the pace of this game. Both offenses, got the same message during halftime. Switch things up, guys. Switch it up.
Yeah, that's not a pleasant message. It's such a dichotomy sometimes in that locker room at halftime, especially when one side of the ball is doing their job and you're not. These offenses got to get it going.
No gain on the play.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
Motion man sent left. Throwing on 2nd. Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A gain of 5.
Men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down.
6.
Lawrence throwing here. Past the line, he's going to run for it. Stop is made after a gain of about 7. That's going to be enough for the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On play action now, Lawrence. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough ass partner making that play against double coverage. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds him. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
The Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at
Now
the
it's
40-yard
Lawrence.
line.
Now here he goes.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second down, give to Tootin. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Defense gets to him, shoves him out. Gain of about 16 before they did so. And that is a Jacksonville first down. Just continuing to grind them down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves 2 purposes, right, Kate? Number 1, it helps you build, hopefully, some points on that board. But just as importantly, you're playing keep away, and that other side's not getting to touch the rock.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock. But right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. It's brought in over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Little knocks that extra point through. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Jaguars 17, Browns 6.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Wallace with a return here. Good work so far. He's got room. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Browns back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Judkins headed right. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now Sanders. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now we're facing 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they're caught in that vicious cycle, Brock. They're losing partially because of the struggles they've had throwing the ball, but because they are losing, they got to keep throwing it and risking these contested lanes.
I've said to you once, I've said to you a million times, coordinator's job is to get you open, right? My job is to get you a one-on-one, and your job
is to win.
They're not doing it.
One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on 4th down. That gets them the first.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Handoff now to Judkins. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they take him down right along the 30.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Good offenses, okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after. 1st and goal, Judkins. They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out. Well, we all saw him haul down awkwardly, and the face mask penalty nullifies what was a great defensive play.
Automatic 1st down.
After the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup. 3rd down, and look at this, rain starting to fall. To throw now is Sanders. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Couldn't connect, looking for Harold Fanning Jr. And that brings up 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
Here's Ballantyne on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out, incomplete. We've got 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Lawrence to throw it. Finds the in route, complete. And they've got a 1st down, giving a gain of 13 on that previous play.
13 yards on the play.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. First and 10 from the 32. From the gun, Tootin. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up the defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Browns, and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with Judkins. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to be a Browns 1st down.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
Sanders going to look to throw. He's got Tillman on the sideline, and it's caught. And this is going to break even, Brock, but nothing more than that. He goes out right along that line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd and 10. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Throw left side is caught by Concepcion. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Now, this just hasn't been the game they've wanted score-wise, Brock, and it has them as a result of that feeling like they've got to keep putting it up and taking chances here till the end.
And I'd say, Kate, right there, that was the kind of chance. When you get a one-on-one, you've got to find a way to win it, but this defense has been doing their job.
Sanders throwing on 2nd. They're on it. That's intercepted. Picked off by Jack Kaiser. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Heads-up play from the linebacker there to take a short, innocent pass and just turn it into a major highlight for him and his guys.
And I know people are watching that going, how in the world the quarterback not see that linebacker?
Yeah.
But sometimes, Kate, your focus is so much on the safeties, the nickel, the corner. You just take for granted you could fit that ball in, and that linebacker said, not on my watch.
On his Little for the extra point. Now the weather not affecting him, Brock, as this is up and good. And they add another to their lead.
Browns 9.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. The Browns getting their offense out there. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Sanders back to throw. That one is complete to Fannin. Defender gets there, finally takes him out, but not before he picks up 29 yards. And it's going to be first down Cleveland.
29 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Escapes the pocket. Concepcion reels this in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's second down.
Carrier. He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
To the air, Sanders. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
And it's third down.
Here's Sanders now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Intended for Cedric Tillman.
Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tootin. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that's going to earn the Jags a new set of downs.
In this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. In that corner, well, he did his job there.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's the backup. First throw. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for them, up past their own 40. Browns about to get back out there as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. First, they're at Tampa. Then they're home to face Carolina. And then it's going to be another one at home as the Pittsburgh Steelers pay them a visit. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Going wide receiver run to start this series. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Throw left side, finds Fannin. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Very short here, Sanders. It's caught, Fannin has it. Hit there, and he's forced out. Gain of about 15 before it. And it gives the Browns a first down. We've set it down from 37.
First down, Browns.
Sanders setting the pass. He finds Sampson out of the backfield. He's going to be forced out there after a gain of about 14. And that's going to be a Browns first down.
A gain of 14. And the Browns first down.
Sanders throwing again. Got a man over the middle. It's Tillman. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Browns trail by 15. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Sanders. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Well, I'll say this, Kate. This quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Sampson. And he runs it across. Touchdown!
Sampson, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Extra point try coming. This would importantly make it a 1-score game. And it's up and good, and they've moved back within a possession here in this 4th quarter.
Jaguars 24, Browns 16.
So with less than a minute and a half to play, they must recover this onside effort. I think the Browns got that one back. They did! Okay, they pulled it off. Now they have one final gasp. Either get into the end zone or leave here with the L.
How many times do we see these teams at this point of desperation late in the game needing a kick and not get it? So nice to see one of them actually rewarded with all that effort. Now it comes down to the execution of this offense. Can they do what their special teams just did and go execute, score a touchdown, and find a way to win?
All right, so it looks like the rain's taking a moment here. It's 2nd down. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
A loss of 2 yards.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on 3rd down. Now to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Desperation time here on fourth. And to force it on fourth, and it's intercepted. Foye with the pick.
As an offense, you never want to play this game in a state of desperation. That's what so much of that felt like. Forcing you to go for it, forcing you to pass. I think forcing the quarterback to get rid of it and take a chance, that was just less than ideal all the way around.
Jacksonville heading out there on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job, now you got to do yours.
He was brought down.
Ball at 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up second.
A few outcomes better than that for an offense protecting a lead in this fourth quarter.
Can I be honest with you for a second, Kate?
Please do, yeah.
I think a lot of my negative grades in the run game was because in moments like this, I wanted to watch the action. I didn't want to carry out my fake. I wanted to see that kind of movement at the line of scrimmage. That was awesome.
So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. Well, partner, long season ahead, but undoubtedly a good start here today, getting the win in week 1.
Yeah, a bad start now on the other side can snowball on you. 1 loss into 2 into 3 and so on. But you get that early win, it can get you playing at a midseason level in the early goings of a season and lead to a really good start that has you talking playoff hopes in the front half of the schedule.
So that'll do it for this one.
We have a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback very happy.
Negotiations are completely driven by a player's persona DNA now. Pay attention to patience and interest as you're negotiating. Because when patience runs out, the negotiation session is over. Once interest is full,